Peach, can you stop please for a minute?
MRG_live said, Jake.
Peach, you gotta calm down. You're being a bugaboo. I'm trying to do the Google.
Jake Mermaid said, GX.
Hi, Mrs. J. Can you see it okay? Or do I need to restart the stream again? Sometimes it does that. Where it says I'm live and then it says this cannot. Oh, there he is. Just getting everything together here. It's been a real busy day for me. Lights is not on the computer. Lights is not on the computer. What the fuck did you do, Peach? Whoa, what the hell? It's too small. Right. Ay, caramba. Oh, what the hell, Google? I didn't say anything to you.
Sure, playing Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart on Pandora.
Don't fuck with me, Google. I ain't fucking with you. You hear that, Google? I know you can hear me. I ain't fucking with you. Google. Schmoogle. Spoogle. God damn it. God damn it.
Poi ti danno la computer! Why you gonna jump on the computer? I love you, but you can't keep jumping on the computer.
RSJ Mermaid said, meow meow.
Hey, Mrs. J. I forgot you guys can hear me.
Peach keeps jumping on the computer. She's a good kitty, but she's jumping on the computer. I love her.
Boxer Swan Sway said, hi Mr.G.
Hey, hello. I don't know why I said it like that. So today we're going to be learning about the wonderful state of freaking
Boxer Swan Sway
Kentucky.
said, aloha.
Aloha. So you guys like KFC?
Nightbit said, help Mr. G with a donation through Stream Elements. https://streamelements.com/mrg_live/tip.
Fuck. Hey Google, pause music. Play that Mr. G shit.
Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, got an IRL streamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, got an IRL streamer. Americana writer, got no education. I met him while streaming on a Hawaiian vacation. Unworn white Levi's were covering his femur until he covered them with coffee and creamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, 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 Mr. G, 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 Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, he's your average teacher, gone IRL streamer. Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, Mr. G, IRL streamer, Mr. G, 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 Mr. G.
Hi, I'm Mr. G. Welcome to my class.
MRSG Mermaid said,
How is everybody?
woman dancing light skin tone, man dancing light skin tone.
Hey, Mrs. J.
MRSG Mermaid
How are you?
said, Aloha.
I hope everybody's having a wonderful Tuesday. It's the first Tuesday after the holidays, so it's a really high day for suicide. Don't want to start the class off on a downer, but okay. Anyways, so today is January the 5th. And today we're going to be learning about the great state of Kentucky. For those of you that aren't aware, Kentucky is a state. It's the 15th state. That means 15. 10 plus 5 is 15. Okay, we're not going to take roll today. Hey Google, play some Mozart, please. Volume 2.
All right. Playing Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart on Pandora.
Alright guys, this is not professional attire. I'm actually just, I had a really busy day today, and so I'm just changing into proper school attire. While I do that, I'm going to put my website on the screen, and also a little thing of Kentucky, the great state of Kentucky.
MRSG Mermaid said, visit Mr. G's website, https://gxnetwork.live.
Thank you, Mrs. J. Welcome everybody to the class. We're just getting things started. This is going to be this. I did come to class, despite being busy or whatnot. This is going to be the class start time. Like I said, we're going over Kentucky for the rest of the month of January, and we're going to cover 20 different states in the month of January, 5 per week. So after today, we'll have 18 more states to take care of, just in this month. Now, who can tell me something about Kentucky? What do you think of when you think of Kentucky? Well, you think of horses. Some people might think of chicken. KFC. What else is Kentucky known for? Bourbon. Tennessee, its southern neighbor, is known for whiskey. Tennessee whiskey.
Said, my mom, because she always wanted to live there and we visited there often.
Really? Why would she want to live in Kentucky? Just curious, Mrs. J. I mean, what's so great about Kentucky? After today's class, we might figure it out.
I never figured that out. LOL.
I love Kentucky. Well, Kentucky's known as the bluegrass state. I guess, they're known to the invention of bluegrass music.
Sponsored Swan Sweat.
Hey, Google.
Said, wow, been a while since I watched you. You look sharp, MRG.
Thank you. Hey, Google, why do they call Kentucky the bluegrass state?
Ivan said,
According to Wikipedia, it is known as the Bluegrass State, a nickname based on Kentucky bluegrass, a species of grass found in many of its pastures, which has supported the thoroughbred horse industry in the center of the state.
Oh, interesting. So, it's called that not Google Volume 2. It's called that not because of the bluegrass music, but because of the the grass in the state there is why. Sorry, I'm just finishing up this obligation right here. Just be
Boxers one sweat.
So, how's everybody's day going today?
Love his mustache fits him.
Thanks, you like the mustache. This is my first ever mustache. I like it. I have to trim it though, you know. You have to trim a mustache. But
MRSJ Mermaid said, having a good after an annoying night of miserable neighbors. Nightbot said,
who, me or you,
help
Mrs.
Mr. G
J?
with a donation through Stream Elements.
You know who kept me up last night? Heidi.
Heidi
kept me up all night.
MRG_live/tip.
Heidi's got some
Boxer
issues.
Swan Sway said, looking good. MRSJ Mermaid said, my neighbors are awful.
Oh, really? Wow. I'm sorry, Mrs. J. I know how that is. But one thing I can say is nothing lasts forever, especially neighbors, because one of you will eventually move or not.
MRSJ Mermaid said, wise words.
So, today we're going to be learning about Kentucky. Now, Kentucky is the 15th state in the United States. So, there was 13 colonies, and then there was 14. I'm not sure what number 14 was.
Said,
I don't know what
at
the 14 was.
MRSJ Mermaid, same here, my neighbors are psychos.
But Kentucky was the 15th state. I'm really happy I got lucky back today. That was quite the adventure.
MRSJ Mermaid said, ugh, that sucks. I guess we all have some crazy neighbors.
Yeah.
MRSJ Mermaid said, so thrilled you rescued Lucky. Good work.
Thank you. Wasn't easy, but I did.
Boxer Swan Sway said, at MRSJ Mermaid define Tilly. Stream Elements said, the new merch is here, PogChamp, check it out. https://merch.streamelements.com/mrg_live.
So I'm sorry, I'm a little bit perplexed right here. Okay, so Kentucky is the 15th state in the United States, and it joined the Union all the way back in 1792. So it's the very first state that joined the Union in the 1700s. It actually used to be a part of Virginia, believe it or not, and it was a state of Virginia, and you know the people in Kentucky didn't like that. Also, the people in West Virginia didn't like that. So Virginia, which was one of the largest colonies, was split off into 3 separate states: West Virginia, Virginia, and Kentucky, the state that we're learning about today. Now, I need to put something out for the delivery person, and while I'm doing that, you guys can look at the beautiful. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Said, hi Heidi.
All right. Gosh darn it, man. I'm not getting the class going like it should be. All right, back to business here.
MRSG Mermaid said, she's pretty.
So the classroom Instagram is on the screen at Mr. G live stream.
Boxer Swan Sway said, Mercy Wing 1 Serious Sloth Mercy Wing 2.
What does that mean? So the most famous person from Kentucky is Muhammad Ali. You can see his picture right there.
Ipod said, you can send Mr. G, Moses, and Keanu packages to 1170 Nuuanu Avenue, PO Box 37305, Honolulu, Hawaii, 96823.
Just be 1 second, guys. Fucking A, man. Alright, sorry about that. Fruka. You know, it's just been a busy day for me, I guess. Alright, continuing.
Dream Elements said, the new merch is here, PodChamp, check it out. https://merch.streamelements.com/mrg_live.
Okay, so like I said, Kentucky, it's the first state that we've gone over this semester that achieved statehood in the 1700s. It had to petition for statehood. It was the 15th state in the United States. So it wasn't one of the first 13 colonies. It was part of Virginia. Maybe West Virginia was the 14th state. I don't know. We'll learn that in the next few days. But, you know, they had to petition to become a state. They became a state in 1792, before the 1800s even existed. Hey, countryman.
Kentucky was actually 15? Countryman.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's hard to believe.
Vermont was 14.
Oh, okay. Vermont was 14. Yeah, I know. I said Kentucky was the 15th state. I wasn't sure on the 14th state. Some of the things Kentucky is known for is Kentucky bourbon, the Louisville Slugger, baseball bat. Fort Knox is the largest accumulation of gold in any one spot in the world. Mammoth Cave is located in Kentucky. That's actually the largest cave in the world. There's parts of Mammoth Cave that haven't even been explored. And yes, that's the largest cave in the world. It beats out a cave in Mexico. So if you guys are new to the class, the way these classrooms usually go is I'll talk a little bit about Kentucky for a few minutes. Then we'll go into a slideshow of, you know, the state bird, the state flower, some of the state foods, some of the famous people that are from that state, like Muhammad Ali. And one of my favorite athletes. You know, Muhammad Ali got into boxing because, I don't know, I heard that kids kept stealing his bike. And so he got into boxing. I think I found a slide about that. The capital of Kentucky is Frankfort. It's one of the smallest capitals in the United States with just over 25,000 people. And that's tiny. Most major universities in the United States, most state universities, have more than 25,000 people, to put things in perspective. Frankfort is an extremely small town, one of the smallest state capitals in the United States. The largest city in the state of Kentucky is Louisville, with a population of about 700,000. And I say that like it's a small number because of the amount of crime in Louisville is unbelievable. And you won't hear that in your local after-school class or on your local news either. But yes, for the amount of people that live in Louisville, It has an exceptional amount of time. It's a crime. Okay, I'm not going to touch on it too much because it's a slippery slope. But if you just open another tab while you still have your Twitch stream, my Twitch class stream going, open up another tab, go to YouTube, and type in the 2 words in the search bar: Louisville murder. Right? Murder, 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 murder. Just in the last week. Just type in murder 2021. Right? Louisville murder 2021. Murder, 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 murder. You have a really high likelihood of being the victim of a violent crime if you live in Louisville, or if you live in Kentucky, or if you live in that part of the country. Don't go to Chicago. We studied them yesterday. Don't go to East St. Louis. You know, bad areas. All right, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, but like I said, you guys can research it yourself. Louisville has a smaller population than the whole island, this whole island in Hawaii, the whole island of Oahu. There's about 1 million people. Like I said, Louisville has 700,000 people. I don't keep tabs on Louisville news, but I know what the general MO is in Louisville. And like I said, you can see crime after crime after crime after crime after crime. And you won't see that in Hawaii either. Okay. So one thing that Louisville is known for is KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, and the Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders, he lived a very unsuccessful life until the very end of his life. When he was in his 40s, he was unemployed, destitute, didn't have any money, and he walked into a gas station, and they said he could live in the gas station as long as he cooked, because he was a really good cook and he cooked excellent fried chicken, right? So this was right during an oil boom, and so there was a lot of people that were dealing in gas, but they were also hungry, and so he would serve all these people. He ended up losing the restaurant. He brought so much business that he ended up taking over the restaurant, but he had a series of bad luck happen to him. And so he lost the restaurant and he found himself homeless again. But he knew he had a fried chicken recipe that sold. So what he did, the reason I know this is because I actually researched Colonel Sanders for another YouTube video that I made about 8 years ago on my original YouTube channel that had hundreds of thousands of views. But we're not talking about that, right? So you don't want to get me upset. But anyways, so the Colonel was homeless in his car, and he rode all around the United States trying to sell his recipe for fried chicken to different restaurants. Everybody turned him down. Hold on.
Boxer Swan Sweat said,
The hell was that?
OMG, how do you know all this? Imagine to have your brain. You are awesome, Mr. G.
It's not, it's, you ever heard the expression, ignorance is bliss? The least happiest people are the ones that are aware of what's happening, going on. You know, yeah, I'm a very smart person, but believe me, you don't want to know everything that I know about the world. And I'm saying that humbly. And obviously, I've lived in a bad area. You know, I say this like, yeah, I'm the smartest person around here, but I'm not bragging. It's like, whoa, I obviously got some issues. You know, if there's a direct correlation between intelligence and success, especially financial success, what's wrong with me? Okay, enough about that. So KFC, and the reason I know a lot about KFC, like I said, I did another video about it. But continuing with the Colonel, what he did was he drove all around the country and he could not sell anything. He went from state to state, restaurant to restaurant, living in the backseat of his car, trying to sell his original recipe chicken. And nobody would buy it until finally he got to Salt Lake City and he met a Mormon family that believed in him, and they bought his chicken recipe, and it just sprang up like hotcakes at the right place at the right time. And he went on to become a multi-millionaire and owned franchises all across the United States with his face on it. So it just goes to show, wherever you're at in life, things do turn around. It's a big world. Life is short, but it's very wide. It's very wide. That's a quote from my favorite movie. Okay. Now, continuing. I think I'll talk a little bit more before we start the slideshow. I've personally have never been to Kentucky. I've never been east of the Mississippi River. I did sell the Lexington Herald Leader, which is the second largest newspaper in Kentucky. It was from the job in San Antonio, Texas, the Metro News Service job, where I sold newspaper subscriptions over the phone all around the United States to different newspapers. The Chicago Tribune, talked about them yesterday, the Baltimore Sun, the Albuquerque Journal, and also the Lexington Herald Leader. And I can tell you that people in Kentucky and Lexington are nice, they are polite, and they will talk to you. It was a job that I was really good at that job, selling newspaper subscriptions over the phone. Which is a good segue. Another famous person that lived in Kentucky is Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison actually worked at a call center, except they weren't phone calls, they were, because he invented the telephone. The telephone hadn't been invented yet, guys. The telegraph. Edison, as a young man, in his 20s, just like when I was in my 20s at the call center, he worked in Louisville, Kentucky, at a telegraph service for Western Union. Western Union, that's a company to buy stock in. An American company that you're interested in diversifying your portfolio, I would say Western Union is a safe bet. It's one of the oldest companies in the United States, pre-existing the telephone. So, back to Thomas Edison. When he was in his 20s, he worked for Western Union in Louisville, Kentucky. It was just for a few years, and he worked the night shift. But he never forgot his roots, not roots, because he was from the East Coast. He never forgot Kentucky, and when it was time to debut the extravagant light bulb, he actually chose Louisville, Kentucky.
Countryman said, they named Edison, New Jersey after him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, he only spent a couple years in Kentucky. Kentucky is known as a southern state, which it is. It's a southeast state. However, they achieved statehood from the United States in the 1700s, and they also fought a good deal with the Union during the Civil War. Okay, you can find a lot of different information about Kentucky and the Civil War. Kentucky supported the slave states, but they also supported the Union. And there was some time during the war when they needed the Union's help. With that being said, there were also many Confederate soldiers that fought on the South, and soldiers that fought on the Union side as well. One thing, the most southernest Jefferson Davis Monument, or the northernmost Jefferson Davis Monument is, there's a Jefferson Davis Monument in Kentucky, but there's also a Union Monument in Kentucky honoring the Union troops, and it's the most southern. You'll find that. So during the Civil War, it was kind of complex, and Kentucky was a slave state as well. They grow a lot of corn in Kentucky. Did you know 97% of all the world's entire bourbon comes from the state of Kentucky? Why do they grow so much bourbon? Well, they have one of the world's top rich soils, and bourbon, its main ingredient is corn. They grow a lot of corn in Kentucky, but it's also a certain kind of corn. We learned, back when we learned about Iowa, we learned that Iowa, produces hardly any sweet corn.
Why are you doing this for free, Mr. G? You could be earning dollars on your knowledge.
Yes, I do earn money on my knowledge, but I also enjoy teaching, and if you really enjoy something, you'd be willing to do it for free. If you weren't aware, I'm also learning here as well, and this is a service that I'm providing, and I do expect to get paid generously for it, and if you don't, then you should probably leave the class. Continuing. Hold on, I have to check on something, because I do have other things going on, kid, where I do get money from, if you weren't aware. So, any questions?
MRSG Mermaid said, show love one, show love one, show love one.
Hey, thank you very much. Woo! Looks like I'm making money there. Making money, making money, making money, making money. Thank you, Mrs. J. And thank you for whoever said I had a heart of gold. Which, you know, I wouldn't consider it because it doesn't feel like that I do. I'm just doing the right thing, you know. While I'm in this life, I'm a cat protector. I consider myself sent from another planet to protect cats. Now, that may be far from the truth, but whatever gets you to sleep at night, right? Alright, continuing. We were talking about Kentucky being a slave state. That's kind of a touchy subject. One thing Kentucky's known for, the Kentucky Derby. It dates all the way back to the 1870s. And horse racing is very big in Kentucky. Moonshine is very big in Kentucky. Did you know Bombay cats were first bred in Kentucky in 1965? What else do I know about Kentucky before we start the slideshow? I told you about the Lexington Herald Leader. Lexington is the second largest city in the state of Kentucky. Kentucky's a small state. 4 million people.
That's an interesting cat fact.
Yeah. Kentucky only has about 4 million people.
You can send
and almost 1 million people live in the Louisville metro area. As far as they're known as a Republican state, they voted for Donald Trump. They have 8 electoral votes, so you know, a little bit. And what else? I mentioned Fort Knox. That used to be the gold standard before they just started printing money like they do now. That was actually Richard Nixon first implemented that in 1971. That's when the United States stopped basing their dollar on the amount of gold in Fort Knox, and instead, you know, just got a money machine and just started printing money. They still have all that gold in Fort Knox. Like I said, it's the largest accumulation of gold in the world. I think it's something like 150 ounces of 150 million ounces of gold. Hey Google, how much gold is in Fort Knox? Hey Google, volume 8. Hey Google, how much gold is in Fort Knox?
On the website usmint.gov, they say, the gold is held as an asset of the United States at book value of $42.22 per ounce. Do you want a little more context?
Yes, please.
Fort Knox facts. Amount of present gold holdings, 147.3 million ounces.
Xbox One subscribe. All right.
Stored gold is kept at Fort Knox.
Woohoo! Subscription time. Hey Google, play Mozart. Hey Google, volume 2. Thank you very much, and let me get the printout. I'm sorry,
Countryman said, Nixon and Wilson both massive supporters of international entities to money involving the Federal Reserve Act. Boxer Swan Sway said, Rugliv Keanu MRG_live said, FG MRG_.
Oh, ignore that FG. Hey Google, volume up.
G.
Okay, another thing about Kentucky, you know the Happy Birthday song was invented in Kentucky. Happy birthday to you. There's no copyright, so F you. What else? I talked about the Civil War. I talked about Thomas Edison, Fort Knox. Some top exports, some top industries of Kentucky. Coal. They've been manufacturing coal there since 1820.
They You're all about we have a ceiling. Why do we need it? Let's just make it limitless. And the Federal Reserve was born, LOL.
Yeah. Basically, that's what they did, countrymen. Some more about Kentucky. Kentucky makes bourbon. Their neighbors down south makes whiskey, Tennessee. We'll go over Tennessee tomorrow on Wednesday. Kentucky is known for coal. There are a lot of coal mines in Kentucky, unlike anywhere else. West Virginia, one of Kentucky's neighbors, there's also coal mines. On the border between West Virginia and Kentucky, you have the most coal produced in the United States. Like I said, they've been mining coal there since the 1820s. It used to be a huge commodity, and it's dying down now. I think that last check there was only about 400 coal mines left in that area, and less than 4,000 miners. So, it is what it is. I mean, the reason they vote so highly for Donald Trump and other Republicans is because Joe Biden and the left keep saying like, oh, we're getting rid of coal, no more coal. How does that make them feel? That's their number one industry. Without any coal, that's what they've done their whole lives, is mining for coal. That's what their fathers did, and that's what their fathers' fathers did. You can think that a lot of people have very adventurous lives and go travel the world and go to Paris and Greece and see the pyramids and go here and there, and that's not the case. That's a rarity. You want to know the truth, like 80-90% of people don't go within a 50-mile radius of where they were born. Yeah. And if you look at the demographic makeup of the United States, the coal miners basically have been in the coal area for a couple hundred years. I mean, that's another slippery slope that I can't get too much into, but I mean, it's obvious. Like 80-90% of people don't go within a 50-mile radius where they were born. And that's now, where it's more people have traveled around. It used to be higher. It used to be like 95% of people never went within a 10-mile radius of where they were born. All right, I don't want to get off topic there. So we're going to go ahead and start the slideshow, unless we have any questions here. So a lot of people missing class today. We had like 30-something students yesterday, and so now we're just down to like 10 or 15. But I didn't send out as many notifications as well. And maybe just people aren't as interested in Kentucky. Maybe I should order some Kentucky Fried Chicken. No.
MRSG Mermaid. Set. GX.
Thank you, Mrs. J. Okay, so first off, we're going to just learn about the state bird of Kentucky, and that is the cardinal. Now, not much there. It's a nice bird. It's the Louisville Cardinals, or something that's well known. They're named the Louisville Cardinals. Louisville is the #1 school in Kentucky. The state flower of Kentucky is the solidago. Once again, it's a common state flower. And moving on, I went ahead and put my website on the screen. So if you're wondering, if you want to know my background, my education, and stuff like that, you can go to the website gxnetwork.live. That is on the screen right there. All right, continuing. Let's learn some fun facts about Kentucky.
I'm hot for teacher.
Thank you. So, some simple facts about Kentucky. Kentucky, the abbreviation KY, it achieved statehood in 1792. It's in the southeast. Frankfort is the capital. It's known as the Bluegrass State. The state bird is the cardinal. The flower is the goldenrod, or solidago. Kentucky is home to the Kentucky Derby, the longest running sport event in the United States. It dates back all the way to 1875. Fun fact number 2, Kentucky is home to Mammoth Cave, the world's largest cave system.
And Keanu packages to 1170 Nuuanu Avenue, PO Box 37305, Honolulu, Hawaii 968.
More fun facts about Kentucky. Kentucky was admitted to the Union as the 15th state. They have a 5% income tax. Kentucky is well known for its horse racing, music, and barbecues. The Kentucky Derby is the biggest horse race event in the United States.
Said, I'd like that income tax.
And Kentucky has the 26th largest population, so they're about half. Their motto is "United we stand, divided we fall." Huh. Original, huh? Okay, continuing. Like I said, I have a new Instagram dedicated just for the class here. So if you want to keep tabs on the class when we're going live, if we're having a field trip or whatever, you can subscribe to the new Instagram that I made for the class. That's right on the screen right there.
Said, there's actually enclaves of Kentucky on the western side of the Mississippi because of the river borders shifting.
Yeah. So the story behind the name Kentucky, the word Kentucky comes from an Iroquois phrase, likely meant meadowlands. Kentucky is located directly above Tennessee and to the west of Virginia. Now we talked about coal briefly in Kentucky. Here's a list of the coal counties. If you look, the West Virginia border is on the east, and where you see the red and green, the red in particular are the majority of the coal mining, and the green are services that are provided for the mining.
Wow.
So here's a picture of some coal miners. These are some Kentucky coal miners. You know, wouldn't want to work with those guys.
Said, the new merch is here, PogChamp, check it out. https://mercage.streamelements.com/mrg_live.
All right, some more fun facts. I know a lot of women like the class here, so we got some Kentucky women statistics. Kentucky women are 50% of the population, but 55% of the labor force. Interesting. Life expectancy for a Kentucky woman is 78 years, much higher than their male equivalent. It's okay. So this is all right. More than 216 households in Kentucky are headed by women. Okay, some more fun facts before we move on to the food.
MRSG Mermaid said, so Kentucky men are losers.
Basically. So, some fun facts about Louisville. Louisville's the largest city in Kentucky.
LOL.
Over 100,000 mint juleps are served during the Kentucky Derby. 90% of the country's disco balls are produced in Kentucky. Who doesn't know that? And 95% of the world's bourbon is made in Kentucky.
LUL.
Now, continuing on with some fun facts about Kentucky. The state motto, "Together we stand, divided we fall," it's written on the state flag. The two men in the middle of the flag represent a pioneer and a politician working together.
Said, 95% GEs.
More facts about Kentucky. Thomas Edison worked at Louisville, Kentucky for 2 years. Mother's Day originated in Kentucky. Cucumber Falls can produce a moon bow. The longest cave system in the world, Mammoth Cave, is in Kentucky. We talked about Happy Birthday. 24,000 Kentuckians died during the War of 1812, which was a war, which is English versus the British.
Countryman.
And that was half of all fatalities in the United States. Half of all the fatalities in the War of 1812 were Kentuckians. So they literally laid their life down, shortly after they became a state. So the Kentucky Derby is run in Kentucky. The nickname is the Bluegrass State, and the state song is Old Kentucky Home, which we will be listening to, which is an actually decent song, compared to other things. Okay, did you know the state tree of Kentucky is actually the tulip. Kentucky has 4 distinct seasons, and they have many distinct and diverse Christian faiths. Okay. Kentucky is the second place for having the most miles of running water. Louisville was once most of the electrified place on earth, believe it or not. Some history of Kentucky here. Would anybody in the class like to read?
I could.
Anybody?
Help Mr. G with the donation through Stream Elements. https://streamelements.com/mrg_live/tip. MRSJ Mermaid said. Reading.
Some history of Kentucky. Okay. Some history of Kentucky is that American Indian tribes fought one another for control of Kentucky in the years before the Europeans arrived. No tribe was able to claim Kentucky as their prize. The first Europeans to claim Kentucky were the English in 1584. Kentucky at the same time was part of Virginia. Also, Kentucky, unlike its neighbor, the Spanish discovered Tennessee, unlike Kentucky. So, guys, I'll be with you in just 1 second. I need to grab something here. Once again, it'll just be 1 second. We're going to have a brief intermission. Hey, Google, pause. And while we have the intermission, I'm going to play the Kentucky State song.
Stream Elements said. The new merch is here, PogChamp, check it out. https://merch.streamelements.com/mrg_live. Sponsored Swansway said. Pansexual Pride.
Okay, just be 1 second.
Oh, the sun shines bright in the old Kentucky home. To summer,
MRSG Mermaid
the darkies
said.
are gay.
Yeehaw. Countryman
The corn tops
if
right,
you flip the K on
and
its
the
side, it looks
meadows
like
in
Dr.
the
Disrespect's emblem.
while the birds make
Said.
music all
You
the
can send
day.
Mr. G, Moses, and Keanu packages to 1170 Nuwanu Avenue, PO Box 37305, Honolulu, Hawaii 96823.
All happy and
Hey. I got a surprise for you guys.
comes a knocking out the door in my old
MRSG Mermaid
home. Good
said.
night.
KFC.
Yep, you can spell it, huh?
No more, my
Sponsored
lady.
Swansway said.
Oh, you
Cool.
no more
MRSG Mermaid
today.
said. Hello,
We'll
Melody.
sing one song.
This Mountain Dew is sweet Mountain Dew, only available at
For the
KFC.
old Kentucky home far away.
So we got us a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Sponsored Swansway.
Oh, they no more. For the possum
There are a few problems a bucket of fried there are a few problems a bucket of fried chicken can't solve.
they
MRSG
say
Mermaid
no more.
said.
By the
Sweet and
glimmer of
T2.
the
Isn't it already sweet? LOL.
by the old
Sponsored Swansway.
the day goes by like a
And
shadow.
then I got one of their bowls, I think. Oh no, I got a sandwich.
Share with us.
The time
You want fried?
when the darkies have to part in my old Kentucky home tonight. No more, my lady. Oh, no more today. We'll sing one song for the old Kentucky home, for the old Kentucky home far away.
It's like Mountain Dew with lemonade. Hey, look who it is. It's the kitty control. It's the chicken kitties. We got chicken kitties in the house. Hey, Peachy. I can't you smell the chickens. You smell the chicken? What about you, Peachy? You guys smell the chickens? You smell the chickens too, pretty kitty? Donald's watching.
Sponsored sponsor. Chicken serve kiddies.
Yeah, we like chicken too. Right, Kelly, you want a breast or a thigh?
Meow meow sweeties were Moses were Keanu. Country man. Said. LOL they come out of the woodwork.
Whoa. Hey guys, you guys want some chickens? Are you chicken curries? You guys want chicken curries? Oh, you're welcome. You guys some boogies? Let me try it first, make sure it's good. Okay, it's good. You got some KFC kitties? It's hot. Don't burn your tongue, Peachy. It's hot.
Oxford Swan Sweat. Said. Mercy Wing 1 Reglib Keanu Mercy Wing 2 Mercy Wing 2. Oxford Swan Sweat. Said. Cute. Countryman. Said. He's so tiny LOL compared to my cat. Nipid. Said. Help Mr. G with a donation through Stream Elements. https://streamelements.com/mrg_.
Why you got spike one?
Sponsored Swan Sway. Said. OMG they are so cute. Stream Elements. Said. The new merch is here, PogChamp.
There's also some expensive chicken, guys.
https://merch.streamelements.com/mrg_live.
Oh, I don't forget about your screen. It's like I ain't yes, sweetheart. She's like, I don't know how to do it.
Said. You can send Mr. G, Moses, and Keanu packages to 1170 New Avenue Pro Box.
Okay, back to class, guys.
305, Honolulu, Hawaii, 96823.
No napkins?
One sweat. Said.
No napkins.
Crazy how thankful the cats are.
No
One
napkins.
sweat. Said. Pure love.
I should lower their tip. It was like $40-something. They should have at least put the napkins.
Said. Just like no toilet paper run.
Well, I have toilet paper. I have plenty of toilet paper. So if you want to come over and wipe your ass, countryman, you're good.
Countryman. Said. Nah was talking about the restaurant LOL.
Oh, yeah. Wow, you guys are purring loud. That's you, Peachy? Peach is purring. Okay. You guys are some purring kitties, huh? I'm not gonna eat all this chicken. The only reason I got it is because we're learning about KFC.
Said. Teacher eats and here we are starving LOL lunch break. More us. MRS Jake Mermaid. Said. Heidi wants some.
Yeah. I got you, Heidi. You're so pretty. It's like, I'm a good kitty, I swear I am. You want to hear a funny story, Mrs. J, about Heidi last night? Here you go, Heidi. See, unlike Lucky, Heidi doesn't want to go anywhere. Heidi is very happy hiding behind the chalkboard. And she's very well behaved, as I've said. But last night, before I was about to go to bed, I laid out my bed, and Heidi, for whatever reason, well, it looked like first she went into the closet where there's a litter box, right? And then, but Moses was hanging out in there, and so.
Man said, my cat pulls on my door handle all the time in middle of the night and opens it.
Oh, really? Huh. So I was about to go to bed. I put out my bed and my light blanket, and all of a sudden she jumps down and just starts urinating right in the middle of my bed. And that happened a couple days ago when Lucky first went missing, and I thought it was Moses that did it. But then I saw Heidi, and I'm like, what are you doing? You just peeing on my bed. And I got really upset with her, and I yelled at her too. And I would never hurt any of my cats, but I did yell at her and wag my finger at her. And she knew I was upset too, and she did not want to upset me, because this has been, I'm the best thing that's ever happened to her. And she's very, 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 very happy
Maybe
to be.
Extra litter box if it happened again.
Yeah, it won't happen again, because I'll tell you what happened. So I got really mad at her. I waved my finger in her place. I'm like, I'm going to put you outside again, blah, 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 blah. I'm not really ever going to do that, because she came from such a hard area, right? And the last thing she wants to do is upset me. But she was confused, and she didn't know what to do, right? And then so I got her a new litter box, and that big one, and I put it her own litter box right here by the thing, right? And so all night, like I only sleep like 4 or 5 hours a night, and during those 4 hours, I wake up about 10, 15 times. Like I cat nap. I only sleep for about 20, 30 minutes at a time. I don't dream either, and I don't have very much REM sleep either. But anyways, so I moved a litter box over there and got her own litter box, and then I woke up like an hour later and I see that she was using it. Well, first as she was walking around, I was like, and then I saw her and I picked her up and I put her in the litter box. I was like, you go there. That's where you go to the bathroom, you know? Because I was afraid that she maybe didn't know how to use the box. And then so I put her in the box, and then she jumped out and ran. And then I saw her again. I put her in the box. And then in the middle of the night, I woke up an hour later, and then she was using the box, and she was, scratching it, and then she made a poo-poo or a pee-pee. And then I was like, oh, okay, good kitty, good. And I woke up and I was like, good kitty, thank you. That's all you got to do. Good kitty, you know? And then I went back to sleep 5 minutes late, and then I woke up 10 minutes later, and then she's in the box again. Like, going to the bathroom again, or acting like she's going to the bathroom. And Peach was in here with me too. And every 15 minutes we'd wake up because she would go in the litter box and just sit in there, wait for me to look at her, and then be like, I'm using the bathroom, I'm a good kitty, I promise I'm a good kitty.
Country man said, LOL.
So it's like she wanted me to see her in the litter box. She's like, no, don't make me leave, please, don't make me leave, please. Look, I'll poop and pee in here, I'll poop and pee in here. And then so since then, there's not going to be any problem with her pooping and peeing. Because she doesn't want to upset me at all. And she's the nicest cat. She just wants to nibble a little bit of food and then go hide, 23 hours of the day. She's not much work at all. She doesn't cause any problems with anybody.
Country man.
She lives behind the chalkboard.
Said, definitely. That's how my cat is exactly. Always takes a dump when I'm in the basement where his stuff is. MRSJ Mermaid said, I'm glad she's using it. That's good.
Yeah.
I imagine it's hard to go from being outside peeing wherever to learning to be housebroken.
Yeah, they don't hardly even pee anywhere. Dude, this chicken sandwich looks gross and ghetto as fuck. The bun is soggy. KFC used to be good in the United States. It's not good in the United States. The bun's soggy. It doesn't even look like chicken. It looks like a piece of fish. It's got mayonnaise and ketchup. It's not good. You can tell this isn't good.
Ivan said, you can send Mr.G, Moses, and Keanu packages to 1170 New Wanu Avenue, PO Box 37305, Honolulu, Hawaii 96823.
Well, it tastes better than it looks. Well, I guess, I shouldn't be too hard on myself, because this was expensive, this and that. But we only learned about Kentucky once, right? So, I mean, I'm not going to be able to order Kentucky Fried Chicken any other day this semester. This is pretty good.
iPod said, help Mr. G with a donation through Stream Elements. https://streamelements.com/mrg_live/tip.
I think Popeye's chicken is better. I mean, KFC is better than Popeye's. I was going to drink some wine. Mountain Dew lemonade.
MRSG Mermaid said, listen to that mastication.
What is mastication? Can you hear me eat?
MRSG Mermaid said, mastication means chewing. Stream Elements said, the new merch is here, PogChamp, check it out. https://merpage.streamelements.com/mrg_live.
So I got a rule that I don't talk about other streamers. But it would be so easy to, because they are such fucking losers. With bots up the ass. But having fake viewers, those bring more viewers. Ask yourself, guys, would I want to be any of those people? It's a rhetorical question. Obviously not. I'm not envious of any of them.
MRSG Mermaid said, toxic viewers.
True. And what are they doing? At least, what is it? What are they? Label their asses. What are they? I'm a teacher. You can fucking throw that label on my forehead. I'm also an asshole. Go ahead and put that label on there too. But I'm a teacher, and that is a service that's in demand that I provide. What exactly do the other streamers provide as far as the service goes? They're just so cool? No. They're good looking and no. I don't get it. And eventually, I do see things a little bit wider, a little bit more broad. So I'm pretty sure others are going to figure out it soon enough. That, spending years playing RuneScape alone in your basement didn't do much for your fucking personality, conversational skills, did it, motherfucker? Having a very limited vocabulary, it's not the best for somebody that's a, content creator, somebody that's, a public speaker. You know what's really good for a public speaker? A large vocabulary. You know what's also really good for a public speaker? A large brain, lots of intelligence, a very experienced life, having worked many different jobs, having overcome different situations. You can't say that about any of those kids. Yeah, they're fucking kids too. They're from fucking gated communities, mommy and daddy's money, and they couldn't even get a fucking associate's degree, despite having all those opportunities. Oh, did I have those opportunities? Fuck no, I didn't. I've been living on my own since I was 15. I've had my own job since I was 14. So don't tell me that, kid. Hey Google, play Mozart.
Sure. Play Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart on Pandora.
Hey Google, volume 4. Alright. Whoa. So I had a KFC break there. I should finish this sandwich. I'll just wait on it. What I want to do... Hey Google, turn it down. What I want to do is I want to finish the presentation. Because this is also being rebroadcast on YouTube. So if you're in the YouTube chat, you use your fucking alts to give it a thumbs down. Good for you, bro. God hates you. But if you're watching this on YouTube and you are from Kentucky, or you know somebody from Kentucky, or you've even been to Kentucky, leave something in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. Continuing with the lecture, you know, one good thing, it is good to not have as many viewers sometimes, especially, you know, when I'm re-uploading these, because there's less distractions, really. So I'm going to go through these other slides pretty quickly. Alright, so let's go over some foods of Kentucky. We mentioned the mint julep. Thank you, Xboxer. So the mint julep, it's, you know, served as the Kentucky Derby. It's a very popular alcoholic drink. They're big on alcoholic drinks in Kentucky. This right here is a hot brown open sandwich. It's a popular sandwich in Kentucky. It's a sandwich without bread. So this is gitta. That's what it's pronounced, gitta. And it's a mixture of like barley and meat and stuff like that that's served as a hangover cure. You know, because I drink a lot in Kentucky. And it's cut into like little bricks, and you serve it for breakfast, like I said, after a hangover. Now, we talked about fried chicken. They do also have fried chicken in Kentucky available at major dining establishments as well. Did you know the cheeseburger was invented in Kentucky back in like 1930 something? Can you believe that? They didn't even have cheeseburgers before 1930 something. But they had all this stuff. So some other things. Bourbon.
I didn't know that.
Like I said, 98% of the world's bourbon comes from the state of Kentucky. 90-something percent. It might be 95%, but 90-something percent comes from bourbon. Speaking of bourbon, a popular Christmas gift that they have are bourbon balls. Don't go to your next Kentucky party, holiday party, without your bourbon balls. And they're chocolate confectionaries made with bourbon.
Mermaid said, I like these weird facts, because I wouldn't have guessed a lot of them.
Another thing Kentucky is known for is deviled eggs. I've made deviled eggs a few times on the my YouTube channel, and it's something I really do, but they apparently add all kinds of things to their deviled eggs. I'm a bit old-fashioned with mine, just simple deviled eggs, but they apparently add a bunch of different stuff. This right here is a Benedictine sandwich. It's named after somebody named Benedictine.
Help Mr. G with the donation.
Maybe Countryman knows about that. The Benedictine.
/streamelements.com/mrg_live/tip.
Alright, here's another popular dish. It's spoon bread. It's bread that you eat with a spoon.
Boxer Swan Sway said, Benedictine sandwich looks tasty.
Yeah, it looks okay. So they have spoon bread, and then they also have the flower pot bread. And that's common in many restaurants in Kentucky. They'll bring out one of these common big flower pots, one of those big clay flower pots, and they'll put freshly served bread in there to go with your ice cream or dessert.
Mr.G Mermaid said, that crazy.
Yeah. Something else that's interesting is beer cheese. So we briefly touched on beer cheese when we studied Wisconsin last week. But beer cheese is also something you can find in Kentucky. They're really big on alcohol, and they made some beer cheese. Now this is one of the best desserts that I found that's been made in Kentucky. It's named after the Russian film star. It's hard to pronounce, but this Kentuckian apparently had a huge infatuation with this Russian film star of the 1920s or 1930s. So he decided to make invent the best candy that has ever been invented. And what it is, it's a marshmallow type filling with a toffee crispy outer layer. And it's sad, the Russian, he did all that work, he spent his life making this candy, and she never even responded to him.
Mermaid said, yum.
So this is burgoo. This is one of the very popular dishes in Kentucky. It's known to be a mix between a soup and a stew. Burgoo. It's made with either beef, chicken, pork, or mutton, which is also very popular in Kentucky. Corn pudding, a popular dish in Kentucky. Derby pie is a popular pie that's served around Kentucky Derby time. Hoppin' John, another Kentucky delicacy. Shaker lemon pie, which originated with the Shaker communities, which were popular in Pennsylvania, but also in Kentucky, and they were known for shaking. The Shakers became the Quakers, and the Quakers invented modern-day breakfast cereal. All right, a couple more here. I think soup, beans, and fried corn cakes, very popular dish in Kentucky. And last and certainly not least is the old moonshine, very common in Kentucky. Some of it's illegally made, and some of it's legally made. All right. So those are some fun, interesting foods of Kentucky. Of course, KFC is the main food that I think they're known for. And he put it in the name, the person that invented KFC. He was very proud of being from Kentucky. I spoke about him at the early part of the class. But yeah, those are the famous foods of Kentucky. We're trying to move a little quickly because we've already gone over the hour, almost at an hour and a half. So we'll go ahead and move on to the famous people in Kentucky. Okay, so of course we went over Muhammad Ali, aka the greatest. He was actually a lot more humble than you can remember. Who else is from Kentucky? Well, Muhammad Ali. Abraham Lincoln was born in Kentucky, but then he was basically moved to Illinois. He was like, F Kentucky, I'm out. He's like, I'm going to bail. Fuck this. I'm going to bounce. Abraham Lincoln's bouncing to Illinois. Who else is from? Johnny Depp was originally from Kentucky. He used to be cool. Not so much anymore. He's kind of not very cool anymore. But he used to be. He used to be kind of cool. Who else is from Kentucky, Mr. G? Jennifer Lawrence. She's from Kentucky. She infamously had the line in the movie Silver Linings Playbook. What is it? I'm just some slut with a dead husband. You know, you would think that I would have put slut on her picture here. But,
said, don't like her.
She's just some slut with a dead husband. She kind of looks mean, but I don't know. I never met her. This guy is from Kentucky. His name is Jerky McJerk. George Jerky Jerk Clooney.
Said, LOL.
Who else is from Kentucky, Mr. G? Isn't Ernest from Kentucky?
You can send Mr.
Ernest?
Moses,
Yeah, Ernest is from Kentucky. You know, Ernest goes to jail. Ernest goes to Brooklyn. Ernest. Who else is from Kentucky? Isn't Harry Dean Stanton from Kentucky? Yeah, he is. He is. Harry Dean Stanton, one of the most underrated Hollywood actors. He's in a music video for Beach House. He passed away a few years ago. He was never like the leading man. He usually had bit parts in movies. But he was well known and respected in Hollywood. He was a really nice person that people really enjoyed being around. I don't know, he kind of reminds me of myself a little bit. Alright, so Harry Dean Stanton is from Kentucky. And I'm not saying I look like him, I just got some of the same vibes, I guess. I don't know. Who else is from Kentucky? Well, of course, KFC, the Colonel. Colonel Sanders is from Kentucky. Also, it's not well known, but Noxzema Girl? Yeah, I don't know her name, but she is from Kentucky too, Noxzema Girl. Alright, so we went over foods of Kentucky. We went over people from Kentucky. Now, let's go ahead and look at some famous sites in Kentucky. Shall we? Okay. Well, everybody knows about the Kentucky Derby.
Rebecca Gayheart, I think.
Is that her name? Everybody knows about the Kentucky Derby. We talked about the gold at Fort Knox. The vaults, they're believed to be 147 million ounces. God knows why they have that much gold there, but there must be some reason. What else is Kentucky known for? Well, at the Kentucky Derby, you do have a wide collection of outrageous hats at the Kentucky Derby. So here's just a few of these hats. And so it's a tradition to wear the most extreme, absurd hat you can find. This one actually looks pretty fashionable. Some more landmarks of Kentucky when you think of Kentucky. You know, the Kentucky Derby, it's actually held at a place called Churchill Downs.
Ouch.
And that's one of the biggest things that they got going there. Some other famous landmarks at Kentucky. We talked about Mammoth Cave. It's the largest cave in the world, actually. There's parts of Mammoth Cave that still haven't been explored.
Donation through Stream Elements. https://s.
This is the Belle of Louisville. It won the Steamboat Championship.
MRSJ Mermaid said, I've been there. MRSJ Mermaid said, the cave.
Oh, you have? Interesting. So this is Lincoln's birthplace. This is actually a reconstruction of it. This isn't the actual birthplace. All right, I think that's about it as far as noticeable places. We'll look at some more of the places at the end when I play the ending song, the state song. And well, this is an interesting slide I was talking about. So 1875 is when the Kentucky Derby started. Muhammad Ali was 12 years old when he got his bike stolen. So to prevent it from happening again, he decided to start boxing. Some bullies came up and beat him up and took his bike. You know, I guess it's funny how things change, huh? Who the hell would go up to Muhammad Ali and take his bike? This is the Louisville Water Tower Park. It's one of the first water towers of the area. It dates back all the way to the 1700s. And yeah, I think that's it. We'll go ahead and... the largest university in Kentucky is, of course, the University of Kentucky. KFC, of course, we went over that. And yeah, I think that's it for the slideshow there. You see the picture of Muhammad Ali and the University of Kentucky on the board, as well as the state flag. Oh, and then you see a little kitty. Wow, you're purring. You guys hear her purring?
You like chicken? I like chicken. I'm skinny.
Mr.G mermaid said, "Hey, I love her."
She's like, I just like a little bites, then I go hide. I don't know much. She's like, I'm a good kitty, I promise. She's like, I'll use the little box every day. I'm sorry.
She's so skinny, it's hard to pet her. Her spine's crooked too, I can tell.
Like, I don't want much, I just want some bites. Just a couple bites of food, that's all I want. I won't cause any troubles, please. I've had it hard.
Why would anybody try to hurt this kitty? She's a good kitty, I'm sorry they were mean to you. There's such a Micronesian... The security guard was looking for this cat. The same one that threatened to shoot it. It's like, where is he? Like, he's safe. She's safe now. Watch, I pick her up and she'll hide in my... oh, shirt.
Hey, tell me you pick it up. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
See, look, she hides.
I call this right in here. You just right in here. It's okay.
Watch, she'll put her head right in my thing.
It's okay.
So Mr.G mermaid
See?
said, "Hey, well, sweet kitty."
See, I'll just hide. That's all I do is hide. I'm hiding. All I know is to hide. It's okay. I want you to stay safe. It's okay.
He's just scratching up, climbing on my jeans. Alright, I'm gonna put you back over here, honey. See, once I let her go, she's gonna struggle.
Okay, don't scratch me though, okay?
Okay.
Mr.G mermaid said, "Where's Momo been?"
Momo's been in the closet. She's healing up. Her paws, you know, were hurt because of there was a miscommunication with the thing that I ordered, but she's healing up and she's doing better.
Said,
So,
you can send Mr.G, Moses, and Keanu packages to 1170 Nuuanu Avenue, Po Box
okay, where do they look from?
Honolulu, Hawaii, 96823.
Alright, so we're at an hour 30 now, so guys, check out my website here. It's on the screen right now. If you want to know more about me, if you don't know who I am, what I'm about, or my history, you can go to gxnetwork.live. It's basically an online resume. And like Mrs. J mentioned earlier, I've lived a very interesting life. This is my first autobiography. I'm working on my second autobiography right now. This is Gonzo Education. It's available on Amazon.com and also Walmart.com. It's about my life. It starts when I drop out of high school. It ends when I graduate from the University of Texas in Austin, the second-ranked journalism school in the United States. So it's a very spectacular feat that I accomplished, which is extremely rare. The school that I talk about in here that I graduated from, the journalism school, they have something like a 10 or 15% acceptance rate. So to come from dropping out of high school to graduating from that haughty-daughty school says a lot. That's why I wrote a book about it. Like I said, it's available on Amazon.com. I put my heart into that book, thousands of hours. And if you go to a website on the screen, gxnetwork.live, you can learn more about me and more about my first book. Okay, just a summary of KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. It was good. No, a summary of Kentucky. It's an interesting state. Did I mention they produce a lot of tobacco and coal, both of which are very detrimental to the health. They have very poor health system and education there. It's one of the poorer communities with the Appalachian Mountains in the border to the east, and the Ohio River in the west. It produces really good soil. That's why they have so much bourbon, because it's the type of soil that's really good for the particular corn that you need for bourbon or whiskey. Like I said, Tennessee, the state tomorrow, they're known for their whiskey. What else? There's lots of barbecue in Kentucky. Like I said, it's a really, there's lots of crime there. When I worked for the Louisville newspaper selling the Louisville, Kentucky Herald Leader, I felt a lot of people were nice and friendly, but you know, you'll get that with criminals too. A lot of criminals come off as nice and friendly. They're still to be avoided. Other than that, I have nothing against Kentucky. It's probably one of my favorite southern states. You know, you think about it as a southern state. We touched on the Civil War a little bit and how Kentucky was torn between the South and the North. It's a border state. You know, it's a bordering between the North and the South. Both me and Countryman found it interesting that they achieved statehood in the 1700s. There were only 15 states when Kentucky was admitted to the Union. Or Kentucky is the 15th state, so that's pretty interesting too. Also, the Kentucky Fried Chicken, the Colonel. I'm surprised they haven't made a documentary about him. What else? We talked about Thomas Edison working for Western Union in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville Cardinals and the University of Kentucky. Those are the two biggest universities by far in the state of Kentucky. Hey, Google. How many students are at the University of Kentucky?
In 2017, there were 30,473 students.
So there's 30,000 students at the University of Kentucky. Hey Google, how many students at the University of Louisville?
In 2016, there were 22,600
Okay, thank you.
students enrolled.
Okay, so like I said, at my school, the University of Texas, about 45,000. At the School of Louisville, about 25,000. And University of Kentucky, about 30,000. Granted, you know, Kentucky is a much smaller state than Texas, but those are two of the largest universities, and if you made it that far in Kentucky, then you're doing well. You know, the smartest of the smart from Kentucky will usually go to the University of Kentucky or the University of Louisville. They're also big rivals, the Kentucky Wildcats and the Louisville Cardinals. The Cardinal is the state bird of Kentucky. John Calipari is the head coach of the University of Kentucky. He's kind of a slimy guy. There's no getting around. He's got the greased up hair. He's a slimy guy, and you know he's shady, and you know there's a bunch of side deals going on and shit and stuff. But he's known as one of the top basketball coaches, and he's probably coached the University of Kentucky, which is one of the top 5 basketball programs in the United States. College basketball programs in the United States, with numerous alumni, including John Wall, Anthony Davis. It goes on and on. I mean, I stopped watching sports, but Kentucky, they're known as the one and done school. The best high school basketball players, they go to Kentucky to play for 1 year. DeMarcus Cousins also went there. All these players, they play for 1 year, and then they go to the NBA and become multimillionaires. And you can't blame them either. But John Calipari is the sleazy, schemy coach that gets these players in, you know, pays their family millions of dollars, somehow gets away with it, and then they move on. They play for him for 1 year, and they move on to play in the NBA. It's very rare that a 5-star or 4-star recruit goes to the University of Kentucky and plays for more than 1 season. And like I said, you can't blame them. Any talented college basketball player, if you're going to play for more than 1 year, you probably come from money if you're going to make it to the NBA. And the only players I can think of are Kevin Love, who played for UCLA, and also the Lopez brothers, both of which were from very wealthy families. Kevin Love's parents were professional athletes, and he's from a very wealthy background. And also the Lopez brothers were also from very wealthy backgrounds. And one of the last NBA games I saw, like, there was a bunch of guys like teasing the Lopez brothers. I was like, whoa, why are they, like, anyways. I stopped watching sports. It's a waste of time. And I'll tell any young person that, you know, I wasted too many years of my life watching sports. You know, yeah, I bet on them, and I made thousands of dollars, less than $10,000 probably between $5,000 and $8,000 over 20 years betting on basketball. But it's for suckers. It's for poor people. I moved to stocks, much better. Yeah, I learned everything I could about betting on basketball, but yeah. Now, as I've gotten older, let's learn about the stock market and start betting on that, right? All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was the Kentucky class. Tomorrow, we're going to do Tennessee. Like I said, I've been real busy this morning, rescuing the cat, doing some other volunteer service. I have another appointment this afternoon, so I have to wrap things up here. I'm going to re-upload this stream on YouTube. So if you guys want to check it on there as well.
Thanks, Mr. G, for another great lesson and teaching.
You're welcome, Mrs. J. Thanks for coming to class. Thanks for everybody that came to class, countrymen. Thank you for coming to class and everything that you shared. Yeah, it was an interesting day today, interesting class. I ordered the KFC. It was too expensive. And
this was great, thank you.
Thanks. I wish I could have shared it with you guys, the KFC here. But I guess I can eat it later too. This was like $45-50, seriously. But it went with the show. I'm not going to order KFC again. And
Countryman.
Yeah.
Said KFC with no napkins, LOL.
Yeah, I know, right? So you know, but I'm sure I have some napkins in the drawer there somewhere. But yeah, hey Google, hey Google, pause. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the show tomorrow. We have a great class lined up for the state of Tennessee, the southern state to Kentucky, Kentucky's southern border, Tennessee. That's on Wednesday's class is Tennessee. Thursday we're going to do Mississippi, and Friday is going to be Florida Friday. So you want to miss that? You don't want to miss that. Each class this month is going to start at the same time, 12 o'clock Hawaii Standard Time. We usually go for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, so it's probably almost 2 o'clock now. But like I said, we're going to be doing this for the whole month of January, starting at 12 o'clock, Monday through Friday. I'll still try to add in some extra gaming streams and even some IRL, even though I'm not really going out and about because of the pandemic and stuff. But I really do want to add some more things. I have been very busy, but these classes are scheduled at a specific time, and I do a damn good job of showing up on time and providing you with a service. You know, when you come to my class, you're going to learn something. You know, a lot of other things you watch on YouTube or you watch on Twitch, when you're done watching it, you're like, whoa, why did I spend so much time watching that? You're like, whoa, it's already what time? Like, why did I spend 2 hours watching this guy drive across a state? Why did I spend an hour watching this guy eat a bowl of cereal? You know? At least with me, you're going to spend an hour or an hour and a half with me, but you're going to learn something. And each of you learned something in this class. And you'll learn something in every class, just like me. I mean, I do this because I enjoy teaching, but I also enjoy learning. I'm also learning as well. And once we're done with all 50 states, if you came to class every day for all 50 classes, guess what? You probably know more about the U.S. states than any of your friends. You know more about the U.S. states than probably anybody in your family as well. And all you did was come to Mr. G's class for an hour Monday through Friday. That's all you did. For free, too. Normally people pay for this kind of tutoring, this kind of teaching. Guess what? You're getting it for free. Lucky you, huh? thank you guys. I enjoyed doing this, and I would do it for free because I enjoy it. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. And don't forget to tell your friends and family about the great Mr. G classroom experience. Okay? Now, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to end the class with the state song of Kentucky. So, thank you again, everybody. Special shout out to Lita Cat. Everybody watching on YouTube, special shout out to Super Roofer, Big Block, Wyatt, Muzza, Maze Jordan, Detroit, Michigan. Hope I see you all on the upcoming stream.
Peace out.
Peace out. Thanks, everybody. Shout out to Bella. Shout out to Wild West. Shout out to Irene. Shout out to the Humane Society. Shout out to Linda. Thank you all. You guys are helping me do what I do as far as protect the CATs, take care of the CATs, and God's given me this opportunity to teach you guys and to take care of CATs, and that's all I want to do. So thank you guys for helping me do this. Eventually we're going to have a huge farm and a huge cat sanctuary, and that's a matter of time too before that becomes a reality. Right now though, for the next 6 months, you can count on me every day, Monday through Friday here, teaching a really great class. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Everybody, we'll go ahead and end it with the state song of Kentucky. And once again, everybody, I love you guys. Thanks for showing up. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Aloha, as they say.
Said. Help Mr. G with the donation through Stream Elements. https://streamelements.com/mrg_live/tip.
Shines bright in the old Kentucky home. To summer, the darkies are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by, hard times comes a knocking at the door. In my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady. Oh, weep
MRSG Mermaid.
today.
I like the slideshow
We
recap
will
of the song.
sing one song for the old Kentucky home. For the old Kentucky home far away. Oh, they hunt no more for the possum and the coon on meadow, the hill and the shore. They sing no more by the glimmer of the moon on the bench by the old cabin door. The day goes by like a shadow over the heart of sorrow where all was delight. The time has come when the darkies have to part. In my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady. Oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for the old Kentucky home, for the old Kentucky home far away. Oh, the head must bow, and the back will have to bend.
OMG, worst song ever, LOL.
The darkie may go. A few more days, and the trouble all will end. in the field where the sugar canes grow. A few more days for the chance the
There's been way worse
will
ones.
no matter, 'twill never be light. A few more days till we totter on the road in my old
Countryman.
good night.
Agree WMRSJ.
Weep no more, my lady. Oh, no more today. We will sing one song for the old Kentucky home, for the old Kentucky home far away. For the old Kentucky
You can
home.
send Mr. G, Moses, and Keanu packages to 1170 New Wanu Avenue, PO Box 37.
Alright guys, from me and Colonel Sanders, everybody have a good night. Class dismissed. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Aloha. Colonel says aloha too. We cats.
MRSJ Mermaid.